Hello, fellow collectors. Today we're going to be talking about Gundam Universe from the Mobile Suit Gundam Wing Tallgeese ⅱ As we can see here, it has the Oz disclaimer, what it is, but on the front we can see this lovely, lovely artwork from the cartoon. We can see the figure in the background. On the side we see, let's just zoom out. We see Tallgeese here and the Oz nomenclature, GU-24, Gundam Universe. And we see a little bit of information here. And if we take a look at the top, we see some things about the Gundam Universe. Please pause to read. But we can see the articulation of this guy. And we have also available. And you'll see the code here. Let's find out more. And on the side, we have a little bit of artwork from the figure itself. So, we'll go ahead and weigh this guy out. And see that he comes in at 9.6 ounces. So let's pop this guy out and see how cool he is. Okay, now that we have Tallgeese ⅱ out of the packaging, we go ahead and look at what he comes with. We see here we have one of the backpack blasters, jetpacks. Here we have this wing that comes up. And we have the connector piece here. If I turn on the lights, you will be able to see a little bit better as well. Long day. So, this is a solid piece. It doesn't break apart. And the only part that moves is this. And the same thing for this guy here. Now we're lucky to come with another right hand. And it has a trigger hand on it. Trigger finger. And he does come with the adapter for a stand. I'm all dropsies today. We can see he does come with a Tallgeese blaster, which is very, very nice. I have the hole at the end. The piece that connects. And we see we have this blast, and they also claim for his lightsaber. And we see in the shield itself, he has two handles for those sabers. You can just pop them off and place the saber in. Give him his beam saber. And like I say, he has two, but only one of these. So if I am remembering correctly, this is the version that Tallgeese Ⅱ flew. And it is very nicely done. The blue and the white really pop. The arms, very reminiscent of the Tallgeese line. We have that head crest here. And the big, thick legs. Things are on pegs and holes, holes and pegs. See here? And we have the legs. Very white, very plain. And the detail for the feet. Now you'll see there's no peg holes. Gundams don't really come with it because they like to be on stands. So if we look at the articulation, you see this guy's already doing a nice T-pose here. Now the arms do come and rotate all the way around, and they do have that bend. And we have this piece here for the shoulder that does go out because this part is connected for the shield, the other is the gun. We see the arm does rotate here at the bicep, does allow for one complete bend. and the wrist goes all the way around. Now, as far as ab crunch goes, he does have a nice one and can rotate around. Now the legs can do a pretty good split and go good and forward backwards. He does have a double jointed knee, and his ankle is on a ball joint, so it can go all the way around and do some rotation. Now he does have these hip skirts here that you can position, and they can rotate as well. Now if it does pop off, all you do is just put it back in the pegs and holes, holes and pegs. We see we do have this little grab on here. Now if we look at the back, we see the parts that will connect his shoulder wings and parts to let him fly. And we see here we have the pegs, the holes, just insert into there, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Same thing for this guy, just insert, wiggle. Now we can put out these, and they will go up and down nicely. They don't pop out for the actual jets like the toy or the model does, but that's fine. Getting this guy into shape here, pull out this, insert his gun into, snap it into place, and the same thing for the shield. Take it and pop it in. And these shields these hip things will always get in your way. Same thing for the model and the prior versions. Now he can get these switched out so he can hold his cannon like he did. So if we take this and move it around, finagle, 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 we can get it in there without an issue. I say that as I sit here and have an issue with it. Alright, so now we can see it. And Tallgeese is now armed and ready to fire. Now on the box itself, you can take this out, add it to the end of the rifle, and give him a little bit of blast effects, which is a nice way of using one part for another. So definitely cool to use that. So you can store the actual beam saber part back in here and then pretend he's firing at your enemies or wherever. Or you can use the beam saber instead of the gun. But he only comes with one hand that it's able to grab, so it's up to you how you want to display. The Gundams always had that ability for massive firepower and the beam sabers, so I'll probably keep him like this and probably Tallgeese 1 with the regular beam saber. Now as far as height goes and weight for this guy, let's get him back into shape here. And we can see that this guy comes in at 6 and looks like 5/8. Yeah, 5/8. Means he'll be a little bit taller than a stormtrooper and just a little under a Warhammer figure. Marvel Legends he'll fit in normally, just like the Star Wars figure. So it's a nice touch there. So if you are a fan of Gundams and the universe, you will definitely like this figure. Like I said, he has great posability. The fact that he comes in dual uses the beam saber as his blast effect was a nice touch. So as always, guys, like, subscribe, and keep collecting.